Hello dear learners, I am Mrs. Ashwini Desai, Assistant Professor at DTSS College of Commerce. In this video tutorial series, I am going to discuss about different types of statements in Python language. Subtopics are conditional, looping and control statements in Python language. So friends, what is a conditional statement? The conditional statement causes the program control to be transferred to a specific flow based upon whether a certain condition is true or false. These are also called as selection statements. Let us discuss various conditional statements. The first one is if statement. If statement, in this type of statement, if an expression is true, then respective block of code is executed. Syntax: if expression colon statement. Let's see the example. Check whether the given number is positive. Let's see, n is equal to 15. N is nothing but the variable. Its value is 15. Print n. If n is greater than 0, print that number is positive number. Let's see, there will be no output, because in this example condition gets true and there is no else part to this type of statement, thus no output. Let's move further to the second type of if-else statement. In this type of statements, group of statements are executed when expression is true. If expression is false, else part of statements are executed. Syntax: if expression 1, then statement 1 will get executed, else statement 2 will get executed. Example: check whether the given number is positive or negative. N is equal to 15, print n. If n is greater than 0, then print it is a positive number, else it is a negative number. So output a positive number. Let's see the third and final type of statement, that is nested if-else statements. In this type of statements, if expression 1 is false, then expression 2 is checked and the statements are executed if it is true. If expression 2 also gets failure, then the else part is executed. See the syntax: if expression 1 followed by statement 1, else if expression 2 followed by statement 2, else statement 3. Let's see the example. Find out the largest number among the two numbers. For this we have to take two variables s and t respectively. The value for the both is 4. Print the both values, then check the condition. If s is greater than t, then the output will be s is greater than t. Else if t is greater than s, then print t is greater than s. Else s is equal to t. Thus in this example our output is s is equal to t. Let's move further to second type of statement, that is looping statement. We can create loops by using the iteration statements. Repeated execution of set of statements is called iteration. Iteration causes embedded statements to be executed a number of times, subject to the loop terminating criteria, memory location that stores the data. The first type of loop is for loop. The for loop in Python is used to iterate over a sequence, that is either on a list, either on a tuple or on a string or any other iterable objects. Iterating over a sequence is called traversal. Let's see the syntax for the for loop. For val in sequence. In this statement, for and in, these are the keywords and val is the variable. Here the val is the variable that takes place the value of the atom inside the sequence on each iteration. Let's see example. Program to display numeric list atoms using for loop. Let's take one variable. N is equal to 11, 33, 44, 55. Let's apply for loop. For I in n colon. print I. Output 11, 33, 44, 55. The next is the for loop with the range function. The range function is used to generate a sequence of numbers. For example, a range of 5. It will generate the numbers from 0 to 4. So the total number will be 5. We can also define start, stop and step size as a range. Default step size is 1. Example, program to display 1 to 4 numbers using a range function. Sum is equal to 0. This is the initial variable which has the initial value 0. For I in a range of 5, sum is equal to sum plus I. Means the original value of sum is 0 and we add the value of updated I in the sum and the value of the sum get updated and finally we are printing the value of sum. The output is sum is 10. The second type of loop is while loop. For repeating Python statements whilst a condition is true, a while loop executes an unknown number of times as long as the expression is true. Syntax: while, expression followed by statements. The loop iterates while the expression is true. Example, program to display 1 to 5 numbers. I is equal to 1. I is the variable which has the initial value is 1. Then we are checking the value of I in a while loop. If the value of I is less than 5 or equal to 5, then we are printing the value of I. Afterwards, simultaneously we are incremented the value of I. In this example, the value of I is checking in the while loop, and if the while loop or a condition gets false, the loop will get break. Let's see the output 1 to 5 numbers. The third type of statements are a control statement. Control statements in a Python are programming constructs that manage the flow of execution within a program. They allow developers to dictate the order in which code blocks are executed, enabling decision making, repetition of tasks, and the ability to skip or exit parts of the code based on specific condition. The first very famous control statement is break statement. The break statement can be used to terminate the loop defined by while or for statement. Syntax is very simple, just write break, all letters in a lowercase, because again it is a keyword. Let's see the example. Program to use a break statement. Here we take one tuple, the object is n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we type the for loop for I in n. For loop is iterated over a tuple n. Print I. Afterward we wrote the condition if I equal 3, if the value of the I is equal to 3, then the loop will get break. Output 1, 2, 3. The second control statement is continue statement. It is used to skip a part of the loop and continue with the next iteration of the loop. Syntax: continue. Again, all letters in a lowercase because it is a keyword. Example, program to use continue statement. Here we are using for loop with the range function. For I in range of 4. As we saw earlier, range 4 is nothing but we are printing the number from 0 to 3. If I equal 2, that means we are checking for the condition if the value of the I is 2, then continue, and finally we are printing the value of I. So here output is 0, 1, then at the value of the 2 condition get true, that value gets skipped and the rest of the part is get executed. The third statement is pass statement. It is used when a statement is required syntactically but you do not want any command or a code to execute. The pass statement is nothing but an null operation. Syntax: just to write the pass. Program to use pass statement. Here we use a list. The list object is S is equal to 11, 22, 8 and 33. There are 4 integer values in a list S. For I in S, we are iterating for loop over a S sequence. Then we are checking condition if I equal 8, if the value of the I is 8, pass, print middle of the list, and finally we are printing the value of I. Here the condition get checked. If the value of the list is 8, then we pass one print statement, that is middle of the list, 11, 22, middle of the list, 8 and 33. In upcoming video, we will discuss about functions in Python. Thank you.